We all knew that this game was going to be a big test for Xabi Alonso, and he failed the test. So how you doing, Hamisu? Good evening. Real Madrid nil, PSG 4. Did you see this coming?
Yeah, before the match started, I didn't see it come, but after the first 10 minutes, it was obvious that the game was not going to go out.
Why did you say so? Is it because of the defensive errors?
Yes, the defensive errors were that. In fact, that's not even the first from the first instance. I remember what you said in the match setup. What I said where you referenced was that you shouldn't change something that is working for you. So, and I think Xavi was trying to accommodate Vinicius, Mbappe, and Gonzalo at the same time, and that was one of the issues that he had from the team. Then defensive errors came in. Uh, Asensio give away a goal, and Rudiger too did the same thing in the first 10 minutes, and that was just it. And one of the things that has been obvious even before the Club World Cup was that we are no longer that team that scores many goals. So even if it's 1-0, it's going to be very hard for us. Well, at least we've seen it at the end of the match. You just to find, even if it's one consolation goal, we couldn't. Even though the second half PSG was a little bit, they were tired from the look of the team. All of them were tired. They were tired, but still Madrid couldn't capitalize. We gave them too many spaces. There were too many spaces, no pressing. There was no pressing from players. I
Yeah,
think
exactly. I wanted to
only
talk about
Bellingham.
that pressing. I noticed something with your front line, especially Vinicius and Mbappe. Those guys, I don't know.
They were
They
not.
should. They were strolling.
While watching the game, I was just remembering the Arsenal game that we had in the Champions League, the first leg. It was exactly the same thing. We're 3-0 down with Arsenal, and the front two were practically walking on the pitch, and that was what they did. So the good thing is, I've always said this is that the good thing is this is a new manager, and I think he said it in his post-match conference that he has noticed some of the things and is going to make changes. That he has seen it. He has seen it. I believe he has seen that, so he's going to make changes. And a more reason why, I think players like Enrico, Rodrigo, Gonzalo might get a chance because if these top players are not giving what you want, I trust that we drop them. That's because I doubt if coach like Alonso want to lose this job because of Mbappe and Vinicius, if they are not doing what they are supposed to, because I think Couture even said it in post-match conference that post-match interview that they did not do what Xavi asked them to do. Clearly, the players did not do what he asked them to do. So, and I think that kind of sums it all. So, like you asked, I didn't see it coming, but after the first 10 minutes, it was obvious that Madrid we just cannot come back from that kind of thing. Like if you just look at the first 20 minutes, like you see the ball bouncing off in front of the Madrid player. He doesn't even make a move. The players will not even make a move. The only players that were trying to, push were maybe Valverde, Bellingham, Fran Garcia to an extent. But the remaining players were just indifferent. It's as if, let's just get knocked out. We are tired. Let's just so that we go and rest, that kind of thing. So and um maybe going towards the ending of the match. Another thing that will tell you that, do
Will
you
you
know
say,
that
will you
the
say Xabi
highest
Alonso
rated
was
Madrid
outcoached?
player,
Will you say Xabi Alonso was outcoached? Or you say this is player error?
no, it's both. It's both. He was actually outcoached, yes, because like I used to say always, this is his fourth game. Is it fourth or fifth? Fourth game, ba? Three
Fifth.
from the group stage, one in quarterfinals, one semi-finals. So this is his fifth game in
Yeah.
charge of Madrid. So I even though it might not really be an excuse to some people, but to me, I just feel that you know this is more like a preseason. like so many people have said, this is more like a preseason where you get to know some of the errors in the team and all that, where you get to know the players, that you know when to use some of these players and when not to use them and all that. So he was out coach because this is Luis Enrique's second season. I think is his second season in charge of PSG. So most of these players has been at his disposal for the past 2 seasons. So you cannot compare a coach that just came in to Madrid, a complicated team like Madrid, with somebody that has been in a team like what they call it for 2 years. So what he has done with the team, Luis Eric, has been incredible. I've said it so many times, and I think we've seen it today. So the issue lies with the like I said, I'm just happy that this is a new manager, this is a new management entirely.
Okay.
There's no room for complacency. There is no room for favoritism or anything. Anybody that doesn't give you that doesn't give the coach what he wants, I believe is going to be dropped. That is just I think that's just what's going to happen, because I think he even gave a hint that we have 4 weeks before the start of the new season. So there are so many changes to be made. There is possibility that some players will be coming into the team. So there's tendency that we might see some new additions, especially from maybe in the midfield and in the
I told you the last time
defensive
that
line.
Asensio is gradually taking himself away from Xabi Alonso's plans.
Of course, today I think is another game that he has shown.
He messed
that,
up
because
almost everything he messes up. I don't know why. Is he panicking or what?
So,
I don't know.
I don't know for him. Maybe he's tired from last season. Maybe he wants to get that rest. So probably. And me, the thing is that if I can even excuse Alonso, Asensio. Sorry, I can even excuse Asensio, because I believe with the Madrid keyword that he's still immature in the he's still a young player and all that. But Rudiger, man, I don't know.
Yeah, Rudiger.
See, if you are
player like that.
If you are tired, if you don't want to play, or you feel you are not okay, or you are being pushed to play more games or something, we can tell the manager. Maybe coach, there's tendency that maybe I might not be able to give you 100% in this game or something. Maybe if it's okay with you, maybe you can bring me in the second half or something like that. Like, he can decide to maybe use other options if he wants to. But you just go in, you are the last person and you're making that kind of error. You are the last person. You are the last person from you, just the keeper, and you're making that kind of error. And it wasn't just Rudiger. Look at the entire match. So many times a pass will be made to a player. To control the ball is a problem. To just control the ball. I don't know if you've seen it, but there were so many times that you pass the ball, you see Brahim Diaz will not be able to control the ball, would not be able to control the ball. So many times, what do you call it? Vinicius too will not be able to control the ball. I even saw somebody like Modric. I was like, come, what's happening with this team? Maybe were they because there was this 10-minute delay before the game started, that the team was, some of the players were stuck in LA traffic or something like that. I said, or maybe were they gas poisoned in LA traffic or something, that they couldn't play, that they can't play or something. And again, if you look at the setup, immediately the match started, Gonzalo moved wide. Gonzalo was more like wide. He was like the right winger in the game. Vinicius at a certain point in time, Vinicius was like the right winger. Gonzalo to sometimes covered the right wing. So Gonzalo throughout the game did not even play in his position, which is the center forward. He did not even play there. He was mostly roaming around that right wing axis. So if you really and I think that was why in the opening statement I said the balance, he actually distorted his play. And I think one of the reasons was because Trent, got out last minute injured, so he had to improvise. And immediately I saw that Trent would not start. I was like, okay, then maybe you should have started with somebody like Cavani. He's a natural right back, and to an extent, you are playing 4 at the back. So why can't you just start him? Start him so that Valverde will play more on the right side, from the right midfield side. You understand? So that was what I was expecting, but I didn't see that. And I think Xabi Alonso also took the blame for the formation. I think he said it, that he made the formation and his person take the blame, whatever happens and all that. But man, the players, like, they really, going into the season, we cannot just play like this. That is just
But
whether
finally, before we go,
another
let's just give our final thoughts before we go. What do you think going forward? What do you think Xavi needs to change to improve this team, make them better? What do you think he needs to change? Because I can see that your defensive line, I think he needs to check
yeah.
that.
Our problem from last season has been the defensive. One of the problems actually has been the defensive line, and then the defensive line. One of the things that he needs to do is to find the right combination at the center back. Whether it's three at the back, whether it's two at the back, he should get the right combination. Today, I won't quickly judge, but our highest rated player was Militao today. Militao that played 26 minutes was our highest rated player. If you can, I don't know if you've seen it, but towards the ending of the game, he even had a shot on target.
Yeah.
He was making tackles all over. He was, look at the goal that one of the PSG's winger nearly passed to the other player to score. He was a person that, if it was Rudiger or Asensio, I would have the pass would 100% reached the other player. But he was able to deflect it to a corner kick. So he came in just 26 minutes and he was able to, give in the best person as a Madrid, the best player, the best Madrid player in that team. So and one of his problems has always been injuries. So I think with the right management, since we are going, even if we are not going to sign another center back, we have him, Rudiger, Asensio, Dean Huijsen, what was this guy's name? Jacobo Ramon, Alaba. So we have some options, even if they are not going to sign player. I think the manager should be able to manage the defensive line in a way that we're going to have a season devoid of many injuries, especially at the back. That is the first step, I think. And then second step is to find the right balance at the midfield, at the defensive position. That's the second thing that he needs to do. And then sorry, another thing that I wanted to say is that we have two players now that have left. Let me just use that word, that have left the squad. Lucas Vasquez and Modric.
Yeah.
So given that means there's a tendency that where Madrid is most likely to bring in a centre back, a centre back and a midfielder. That there's that high tendency, given the kind of performance we give out today, especially that centre back position. So, and I think it's important to bring in reinforcement, whether it's from the Castilla team, whether it's from another team, I don't know, but it needs to happen. And then the attitude of the players too, because from what I'm seeing, sorry to say, no offense to you, but we're gradually turning into a Man United team. And yes, of course, and the reason why I'm saying it is that if you look at the team, they have almost everything that they need, but the zeal, the determination is no longer there. So I ask myself, what is going on in this team? What is going on? Is it the balance that is not there? Why are these players not pushing? Why is it that it's only Bellingham that came to the season 2 seasons ago, that came to the team 2 seasons ago, that is playing like he was brought up in Madrid? What is happening? What is happening to the team? Is it because of the Vinicius Mbappe combination? And if care is not taken, this Gonzalo Garcia that we're seeing will come in time to bench one of these players, one of these star players. And it's highly possible
If he's performing well, if he's going to perform well, then he has to bench somebody.
Because it's no longer business, like I said.
If I'm the coach too, if he's performing well, I'll bench somebody now. My job is at stake.
It's no longer business. It's no longer business as usual. It's no longer the previous managers where if you are likened by the manager, then whatever happens you get to start. It's no longer business as usual. Like I said, no manager, no modern day manager will want a player to cost him his job. So if he sees that the player is doing something that will cost him his job, you find a way to take him away or to drop him out of the team. And I believe even Florentino Perez will not say anything. So that this thing has to be there. Xabi Alonso has to talk to these players. Do you want to look? And again, if let's for example you have Vinicius and
let's round up run out of time.
At least you need to have, even if it's one of them that will press, even if you have maybe the other one cannot press, but at least one of them needs to press. Let's take a memory back to last season or last 2 seasons. Vinicius alone, because it has always been Vinicius and Mendy on that left team, Vinicius alone tends to cover up the entire space of that left side. You see him run, go up, come down. What's happening? After that Ballon d'Or debacle, Vinicius has been below par, and I don't know what's the problem. So everybody in that team needs to step up. And I think this defeat is not just for Xabi Alonso alone, but it's for the entire team. And going into next season, I think the whole players need to step up their game. That is just it.
All
That's
right.
just it. And honestly, no, I'm not even bothered, sir. I'm not even bothered. But I'm just bothered for the upcoming season. If we continue to play like this, then we're not going to do anything. That's just the reality.
All right, Hamisu, thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you next time.
Thank you.